It's a hot summer morning. Doña Luping awoke feeling faint with the heat, a crowd of screaming in her ears. In the dining room, the three boys, already attired in their holiday suits, were at breakfast and came crowding around her.
How long have you slept, Mom?
Are we going now?
I'm excited to go to Grandpa's house.
Look, your father has a headache and so am I. So be quiet and stand or no one goes to grandfather. Sons, are you excited to go to your grandpa's house?
Yes, Mom.
Have you been beating Amanda again?
Oh no, Senora. I have not touched her.
So why is she screaming? Is she ill?
I don't think so. You can go and see yourself, Senora. She is inside.
What is this, Amanda? Why are you still in bed at this hour and with that posture? You should be ashamed. Come, get up. Tell me, Antoy, has she had been to the Tatarin?
Yes, Senora. Last night.
But I forbade her to go and I forbade you to let her go.
I could do nothing. It's the day of Saint John. The spirit is in him. She is the Tadarin. She must do as she pleases. Otherwise, the tree would not grow. The trees would bear no fruit, the rivers would go no fish, and the animals would die.
I didn't know that your wife was so powerful, Antoy.
At such times, she is not my wife. She is the wife of the river. She is the wife of the crocodile. She is the wife of the moon.
On their way to grandfather's house. How can they still believe in such things? And you should see him in Antoy. You know how the bird treats her. She cannot say a word but he thrashes her. But this morning, he stood as make alarm while she screamed and screamed. He seemed actually in awe of her. Do you know? Actually afraid of her. Look, boys, the Saint John is coming.
Look, Lupin, they are past now. Did you see our young cousin Guido? He waved and waved.
Oh, was he in the crowd? I did not see him. He will feel hurt. Poor boy. That afternoon, the young Guido presented himself, properly attired and brushed and scented. Doña Luping was so charming and gracious with him that he was enchanted and gazed after all afternoon with enamored eyes.
I adore these old fiestas of ours. They are so romantic. Last night, do you know, we walked all the way through the woods and some boys to see the profession of Tadtarin.
Was that romantic too?
It was weird. It made my flesh crawl. All those women in such a mystic frenzy. And she, who wants the Tadtarin last night, she was a figure right out of a flamenco.
I feared to distract you, Guido, but that woman happens to be our cook.
She is beautiful.
Our Amada is beautiful, but she is old and fat.
She is beautiful. As that old tree you are leaning on is beautiful.
They were out in the buzzing orchard. Among the ripe mangoes, Doña Luping seated on the grass.
Once upon a time, you women were supreme, and we men are the slaves. The queen came before the king, and the priests before the priest, and the moon before the sun. The moon who is the lord of the women.
Oh, you are mad. Is this how they talk to decent women in the Europe?
Why are you so afraid, Lupeng?
I? Afraid? Of whom? My dear boy, you still have your mother's milk in your mouth. I only wish you to remember that I am a married woman.
I remember that you are a woman. Yes, a beautiful woman. And why not? Did you turn into some dreadful monster when you were married? Did you stop being a woman? Did you being beautiful? Then why should my eyes not tell you that you are? Just because you are married.
Ah, this is too much now.
Do not go. I implore you. Have pity on me.
No more of your comedy, Guido. And besides, where have those children got gone to? I must go after them. On the way home that evening, Don Paeng noticed that his wife was in a mood.
Has young Guido been annoying you?
Yes, all afternoon.
This young man, today, I was disgraced. They are felt embarrassed as a man to see him, following you about with those eyes of a whipped dog.
And was that all you felt, Paeng? Embarrassed as a man?
A good husband has constant confidence in the good sense of his wife.
Let's stop talking about it. My head is bursting with the heat.
When they reached home, she did not lay down but wandered listlessly through the empty house. When Don Paeng, having bathed and changed, came down from the bedroom, he found her in the dark parlor seated at the harp and plucking out a tune, still in her white frock and shoes.
How can you bear those hot clothes, Luping? And why the darkness? Order someone to bring light in her.
There is no one. They have all gone to see the Tadtarin. Listen, Paeng. I want to see it too. The Tadtarin. I have not seen it since I was a little girl. And tonight is the last night.
You must be crazy. All of people go there. And I thought you had a headache.
But I want to go. My head aches worse in the house. Por favor, Paeng.
I told you. No, go and take those clothes off. Woman, whatever has got into you?
Very well. If you do not want to come, do not come. But I am going.
I warn you, Lupi. Do not provoke me.
I will go with Amada. And Toy can take us. You cannot forbid me, Paeng. There is nothing wrong with that. I am not a child.
Yes, the heat has touched you in the head, Luping. And since you are set on it, very well, let us go. Come, have the couch order.
Around the tiny plaza in front of the barrio chapel, quit of stream carriages was flowing leisurely. The plaza itself and the sidewalk were filled with chattering, strolling, profusely sweating people. Luping ignored her husband. She loosened her hair and followed the dancers, ignoring completely her husband. Don Paeng was after his wife to grab her and take her back home, but instead, he got trapped in the dancing crowd.
Lupeng! Lupeng! Lupeng!
Hand struck and struck his face, and ravaged his hair and clothes, unclothed as his flesh, as kick and buffet, his eyes blind and his torn mouth salty with blood. He was pushed down to his knees, and half shoved, half dragged to the doorway and rolled out to the street. He picked himself up at once and walked away with a dignity that forbade the crowd gathered outside to laugh or to pity. And Toy came running to meet him.
What happened to you, Don Paeng?
Nothing, where's the coach?
Just over there, sir. But you are wounded in the face.
No, these are only scotch. Go out, get the senora, we are going home. What a sight, you are man. What have you done with yourself?
And when they were home and stood facing each other in the bedroom,
What are you going to do, Rafael?
I'm going to give you a whipping.
But why?
Because you have behaved tonight like a wicked woman.
How I behave tonight is what I am. If you call that lewd, then I was always a lewd woman. And whipping will not change me, though you whipped me till I died.
I want this madness to die in you.
No! You want me to pray for your bruises!
How can you say that, Lupi?
Because it is true. You have been whipped by the woman and now you think to avenge yourself by whipping me?
You can't think that of me.
You could think me a lewd woman.
Oh, how do I know that too? Think you of you. I was sure I knew you as I knew myself. But now, you are so distant and strange to me as a female Turk in Africa.
Yet you would dare whip me.
Because I love you, because I respect you.
And because if you cease to respect me, you would just respect yourself?
Ah, I did not say that.
Then why not? Say it.
Why should I want to?
Because either you must say it, you must whip me.
No, I cannot whip you.
Then say it. Why suffer and suffer, and in the end you would only submit?
It's not enough that you have me helpless. It is one enough that I feel want me to feel.
Until you have said it to me, there is no peace between us.
I adore you, Lopi.
What? What did you say?
I adore you, I adore you, that I worship you, that I earn you bread and the ground. You treat as holy to me, that I am your dog, your slave.
Then come, crawl on the floor and kiss my feet.
Lupin gave a look of success. Streaming fluid and black into white night, where the huge moon glowed like a sun, and the dry air flamed into lightning, and the pure heat burned with the immense, intense fever of noon.
Are you being bidal? Forbid you to let her go.
She's the wife of the river. She's the life ang putik.
In such things. And you know you should...
No, we walk. You also know, B.
Steam.
Pure comedy, Gido. And besides, we have those children that are maglalashwar. You cannot forbid me. Paeng there... Ay, so, uy, sige kang swim. Ah, it's a man. What's wrong? But where are you going, little Shulam? Because it is true. You have been whipped by one of little Shulam. Then why not? Say it!
Why?
Ay, saan ako naman?
Pet.
Ay, sorry! I must go after them.